Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking mindset, which I love so much. It's so important, and you literally cannot tackle anything without having a positive, uplifting, empowering mindset. So today we're going to just kind of go over some ways to program your mind for success. I'm just going to give you some 3 simple hacks to just really dive deep and be able to use your mind for success and not have it actually weighing you down. So first of all, I'm going to start off with a story I just heard, which kind of inspired me to do this video. And it's about this guy. He's driving down the road and he drives past a river, and there is a guy fishing in the river, and he thinks to himself, oh, that's really cool. So then he drives past him, and then he's driving back the other way to come back home, and he sees that guy still out there, but he takes a closer look and notices that the guy is catching fish. He's catching big fish, small fish, medium fish, and he is throwing everything back except for the small fish. So he pulls over to be like, whoa, dude, wait, why are you throwing back all of these large fish? I mean, I'm a fisherman and I understand that you can't take everything you catch sometimes, but why are you throwing back the large fish and only keeping the small fish? That is way more work to catch all these tiny little fish as opposed to catching a couple really big fish, right? And the guy turns to him and says, dude, I only have a small frying pan. I can't cook the larger fish. And guys, when I heard this, I thought, oh my gosh, yes. Like sometimes our capacity is not big enough for what we're being given, for what we're being blessed with. We don't have the mental or whatever capacity to deal with that larger activity or that big success that we've been wanting. If you guys can hear my little girl singing, sorry, but life of a mom here. I can hear her singing. So anyway, okay, back to mindset. So guys, when you don't have control of your mind and your body, you could fall into not necessarily like a depression, but you need to learn to control your thoughts and your process of thinking and what is the driving factor behind you and your success. So if you are not programming your mind to think big and to think outside of the box and to be able to handle those bigger projects, then you're not going to be able to do it. You're just downright aren't going to be able to do it. So dealing with ourselves is literally one of the biggest struggles, and we just make up excuses as to why we can't do things when really it's inside of us. So maybe we don't have enough time, or we say that we don't have the money to do whatever it is we want to do, or we don't know how to do something and so we can't do it. But in reality, those are just excuses because we do not have the mental capacity to actually be able to do those things. Whereas if we had taken the time to grow our minds into a larger mindset and to be able to accept on those bigger projects, we would have no problem. We would be able to make the time. We'd be able to prioritize our time. We would be able to manifest money. We would be able to learn things on a whim. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I can see something one time and I remember how to do it. And that's because I can tell myself, yeah, you can do this. And then I can. I mean, it's really that simple, and I totally not conceited in any way, but like I really believe that I can do certain things and I'm able to do those things. You have to be open to learning. Everything in life can be taken away from you in a second. I mean, it can be gone in a second, but your mind and your ability to make choices and be able to, I don't know how to say this, be able to just make those decisions, it will never be taken away from you. Your house could burn down. Anything in this world can be taken from you except for your mind and your values and your love and your passion. So make sure that you are growing these things. So you become what you think about, positive or negative. And I recently also heard this other thing where you have this attitude line. So say this is your attitude line, right? It's down here, and you come up with this really great idea. And so obviously you shoot up here. So here's your baseline. You shoot up here and you're living up here and you're just feeling great and amazing. And then someone says to you, oh, that's not a very great idea, or you're never going to be able to accomplish that. And all of a sudden you shoot back down, maybe even below your normal altitude line. And that's not cool. So what we need to do is raise our baseline up here so that when we get an idea, we go high. And then if someone says, oh, that's not a great idea, we hit that line higher and we don't go as low, and our attitude isn't as drastic, because that happens all of the time. There are going to be naysayers and people who tell you you're not going to be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, but you can. And you're not going to have that wave of emotions. You're going to be able to keep this flat line, maybe with a few dips, a few rises, and it's going to be smaller and easier to manage for you. Okay, so let me just give you 3 quick, easy hacks to be able to keep your mind up here and not let it drop down here. Okay, first of all, no more negative thoughts. Just cut them out at the roots. When you have a negative thought, it brings your whole body, your being, your consciousness, your subconsciousness, down to a lower level. And so those negative thoughts are really, really detrimental. So you're going to have them. I mean, you just accept it and replace it with something else. Replace it with something positive and uplifting, something that excites you, and then put some imagery in your head. We see in pictures, when someone says a word to you, you don't see nothing in your mind and hear the word. You actually will either see the thing that's being described to you. Like if I say tree, do you think of the word tree, or do you think of a tree? Or if I say rabbit, do you see like a bunny rabbit, or do you see the word bunny rabbit? No, we see pictures. So if you are imagining things, it's so powerful. It really is. So imagine that positive opposite to your negative thought. So say you don't have enough money for something. In your mind, your brain says, oh my gosh, I don't have enough money. You start to panic, you start to develop fear and worry, and it starts to cut you down. I mean, slowly that line just drops, right? And so if you replace it, I mean, this is super silly, but replace it with yourself swimming in money. Make sure you picture yourself, dollar bills all over. I don't know what you're going to picture, but just replace it with the opposite of what you're thinking. If you think you don't have time, imagine yourself with no time limit on anything. And all of a sudden you'll start to be productive and more apt to getting things done in a certain timeline. Also prioritize. If time is a problem with you, prioritize and just get rid of the distractions and just go for it. And that's a whole other can of worms, but definitely prioritize. Positive thoughts all of the time. If you have a negative thought, that's okay. Accept it, acknowledge it, and then kick it out, because it's not going to do you any good. Okay, the other thing is affirmations. Affirmations are so powerful. I just listened to this thing this morning. It says you are awesome in it. I don't even know how many times, but by the end of it, it's 5 minutes. By the end of this 5-minute clip that I listened to, I just felt pumped. I felt like I was the coolest person on the planet. I felt like I could take on the world. I felt like everybody loved me because I was so awesome, which of course, I'm not the coolest person ever, but I feel really good about myself and I feel really good about my surroundings, and I want other people to feel that way too. So if you have any question, know that you are awesome. Truly, you really are, and just roll with it. So find one affirmation that sticks with you. You can look up quotes on Google. You can watch others' videos and pull out a key phrase in there that you just loved. But find that one thing that resonates with you, and when you listen to it, it makes you feel empowered, makes you feel awesome, makes you feel like you can take on the world. My favorite one, it's not really an affirmation, I guess it is. So I really like Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. And that just like gets me super pumped up. Like, what makes me so excited that I just gotta get it done? So that's how I tackle things in my day. What is the one thing that I'm like most stoked to do today? And then I go down the list from there. Another really good one is you are like beautiful and boldly made, or you are awesome. You could totally use that one. I don't know, that it's limitless on the possibilities that you could find something that just resonates with you, something that really makes you feel empowered, and then repeat it to yourself every time you're feeling down with serious conviction and know that it is true. Okay, and then lastly, maybe listening to some empowering song is super great for you. The Greatest Showman just came out, and I love it. It is so empowering and so motivational. Sure, P.T. Barnum wasn't the greatest guy, but that's not the point of the movie. So I like to get out of it that, there's so many good songs you can listen to in there. Or I love Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. That just like gets me so pumped and so excited to do whatever it is I'm doing. So find that song that really resonates with you, that makes you feel good. Don't pick one with a bunch of negative thoughts or negative emotions, or, about cheating or whatever. There's millions of songs out there that are just no good to listen to. They're great songs, but they're not empowering and they're not uplifting. So pick one that makes you feel great, makes you happy, makes you smile, makes you want to get up and dance, and roll with it. Listen to it often. Listen to it every time you're feeling down. Show it to your friends and get excited about it. But guys, honestly, programming your mind for success really is an internal struggle that you're going to have to work on for a very, very long time. So just never give up on it. Never stop trying. Replace those negative thoughts. Find that positive affirmation that just really resonates with you, and listen to your song. Just keep moving forward. I'm going to have some more mindset hacks for you this week. I'm really excited, and probably a couple more after that, because mindset is huge and I love to talk about it and I love to help people with it. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can get notified of things that are coming, and just keep pushing forward, and good luck and have so much success and so much happiness. Seriously, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be updated on the videos coming, and check out my other social media platforms so you can see all of the awesomeness going on there.